Hi everybody, it's Adriana here. This week I want to talk about a specific topic. It was recommended by somebody and I think it's a really great idea for us to dive in and really talk about it and explain it to you and maybe answer some questions that have come up in the past. And this topic is subbing and sub sessions. Now some of you are familiar, a sub session happens when a BT is out of town or when there's a last minute cancellation on the BT. If there's a BT absence, we may ask you to sub, or you may have volunteered to sub for someone who is out of town. So now I want to go into the process of what that's like. So you'll usually be contacted by Mimi by scheduling and through a message in Central Reach, and she'll let you know that you've been assigned a sub or you have a sub coming up, and she'll also be giving you access to that client's profile. The appointment will be on your calendar and you'll be able to look at the client's contact information, the client's address, all that good stuff. Maybe even look at a client report. Their most recent report in Central Reach is kind of part of that process. Next, you'll also be given access to the client's program. So either the clinical specialist or the program director will send you the client's clinical program. There you can review their goals, you can see what they've been working on, it might give you ideas on what materials to bring. And we're also working on a document that I think would be really valuable, and it's kind of a subbing tip sheet or just a quick snapshot of the client that we can create for each client that might include preferences and different things to bring or things to avoid, just to kind of set you up as a new person for success. Now we haven't created that yet, but it's in the works, so hopefully we can have that available for everybody soon, and that'll ideally make the subbing process a little bit less mysterious and we can set everybody up for success. Another question that comes up often is, what do I do? So I've been given a sub session, so now what do I work on with this client? What do I do? So the number one most important thing for you to do during that session, you may be there one time and you may never see that client again, or you may be there a couple of times here and there, or you may sub for a whole week. Point being, the number one thing for you to do is pair. So pairing becomes so very important during these sub sessions. Because the client doesn't know you and you don't really know them either. And so this is going to be really beneficial for you to run a smooth session. A large portion of your session time should be pairing. What you can also do is look at that client's program, and rather than really targeting items that are in acquisition, items that are in yellow, try and avoid those as much as possible, and really focus on items that have been mastered. So items that are in green, items that have previously been mastered that the client knows how to do. This will really set you up for success. It won't seem like too many demands are being placed by an unfamiliar person, right? So kind of sticking to items that have been mastered, items that are in green in the client's program. You may also focus on PG goals, getting the parent involved and having the parent taking data on the parent generalization goals. Also, a really good area to focus on is maintenance goals. So these maintenance goals, even though it might say, once a week and you don't know if it's been ran or not, run them. This is an awesome place for us to see if our client has really learned the skill, if they're able to perform it with a novel person, with novel stimuli. This is why sub sessions are so good and so important to have, because it's the real test, right? It's the litmus test to see if our teaching has really been effective, to see if our client can really perform skills with other people with other generalizers. So, focusing on maintenance and also retired goals. Towards the end of every program, there's a retired goals tab where we have all the goals that we've ever worked on with a client that have been retired. This means that, check, the client has this skill. They went through acquisition, mastery, generalization, maintenance. They've got the skill. So you should be able to run these really more easier skills with the client. Again, helping you with rapport, helping you establishing a good flow to session that isn't too difficult or causing too much stress for the client and for yourself. So definitely focusing on those items and goals instead. Now, you might be asking, well, is that okay for me to just pair and just run items on gen or items in maintenance? Yes, absolutely. Like I said earlier, maintenance is so important. Generalization, so important. We say this all the time. We're not doing our job unless these goals are generalizing, unless they're able to do these same skills with everybody else in their family and outside of home and with us and with anyone else. So that's the ultimate goal. So it's really, really important to have subs available to work on these goals and to see if our teaching is effective. So don't worry about whether it's okay or not. It's absolutely okay. And then the follow-up question to that is, what if a family seems bothered or dislikes that you're pairing or that you're working on mastered items? Honestly, that may happen. And really that just means that we need more parent education, that the PD or the CS, we need to really explain to a family the purpose of a sub session and everything that I'm telling you, how valuable it is and how important subbing and being able to generalize is, and being able to pair and build rapport with a new person. That's huge. Because these clients encounter new people all the time, and they're going to continue to encounter new people all the time, and being able to respond to new people, to communicate with new people, to socialize with new people, to enjoy and have fun with new people is so very important. So if you're up for it, you can try and explain to the family and let them know the purpose of a sub-session. Feel empowered and feel confident enough to try and explain to them why you're there. If not, that's totally fine too. Just let us know. Just let scheduling know, or just inform the clinical team later, and then we'll go in there and we'll have a more meaningful conversation, a more detailed parent training to really explain to families why subbing is important and why something like pairing that might look like play and just pure enjoyment, why that's so important. So we'll definitely give reminders to families if that were to happen. Lastly, some of the comments that or feedback that some people have said have been, well, I really want to work and I really want to do sub sessions, but I'm really nervous about it. I don't know how it's gonna go. I don't know these parents. I've never been there. I don't know this client. I feel nervous. So to that I tell you, don't be, there's no pressure. No one's gonna show up to the sub session and run a BT checklist. I promise you. That's not how we're gonna do things. Really it's just there, it's important. Like I talked about, you're gonna be pairing, you're gonna be running maintenance and mastered goals, and that's super important. And really, trust your skill. Your skills are transferable to a variety of different clients, different ages, different profiles. So really trust your skill as a BT, because you got this. And ultimately, like we always say, have fun. Make sure that you're being energetic and having a great time and trying to get the client to have a great time as well, and really getting to know each other and noticing what they like and what they dislike. And really, if you focus on making your session fun, it just kind of takes the pressure off of, oh, am I doing this right, or is the parent watching? So really focus on fun, playing, pairing, and having an awesome session with a new client. You know, ultimately, it's a learning opportunity for you as well. You'll be able to see a variety of different clients. You know, you're used to your same 3 o'clock client, you know, hasn't changed, and it doesn't tend to change, right? So gaining exposure to new clients is also a really good learning opportunity for yourself. You know, maybe you've never worked with, you know, a 12-year-old or a 15-year-old, and you're gonna sub for one. You know, it's a great opportunity for you to learn and to be exposed to a variety of different skills and abilities and personalities. So yeah, definitely those are my tips. So feel free to ask me any questions, let me know. If I didn't answer one of your subbing questions, please feel free to message me and forward me that. All right, everybody, have an awesome week, and I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.